Well, hello and welcome everyone. Another motherboard ASUS computer update for you guys. Look, I hope in my last video I didn't come off as upset as I felt like I was, or and trying to dog ASUS too much. I really wasn't. I was just kind of really upset at the situation, just because, again, this is my first motherboard I've ever had to RMA. This is my first any product I've had an issue with ASUS, but like I've bought a lot of ASUS stuff over the years. Like they were my go-to motherboard manufacturer for years and years and years. Like they were like the first motherboard that I would pick out of a lineup for, I don't know, even like an X99 platform and stuff like that. Back in the back when I had my AMD my Phenom, my what was it, AMD 765 or something like that. Like I was doing ASUS back then. Like that was my thing. So ASUS, I still use an ASUS router. Like I recommend ASUS routers to other people. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I'm still kind of just a little bit bitter, I guess, to this whole thing, and it did kind of upset me. And so here I got a package back from them today. It just showed up from FedEx. You can see the box is nice and dented here and stuff like that. So I don't know what they sent me. I don't know if they fixed my motherboard. I don't know if they replaced it. This is kind of what this video is going to be. Because for whatever reason, their customer service as pertains to this experience is kind of lacking. The one person I chatted with after I did my first denial, I replied to the email and denied it and didn't hear anything back. So I chatted with them. I chatted with this one person. I was like, dude, this is BS. Like, the damage to the motherboard, first of all, not my fault. It wasn't like that when I sent it back. Second of all, there's no way that damage is the reason my board failed. I asked many times why my board failed. Like, what repairs does it actually need? Like, what is physically wrong with the motherboard other than that physical damage? Because it's unrelated to why the motherboard failed. That was not why it failed. They would never tell me why it actually failed, what needed to be repaired, why, or if it could be repaired, why or what needed to be repaired. So that kind of pissed me off, because as a guy that works in the automotive industry as my day job, when a customer brings your vehicle in and they're like, hey, what's wrong with my car? Something's wrong with my car. It's malfunctioning. Well, the technician looks at it and goes, okay, this, and this, or this is what's failing. We need to either A, replace this, or B, repair this. And this is why, and blah, blah, blah. No, that never happened with ASUS. That was kind of weird to me, kind of shocking. And the person I was chatting with, that's kind of why I got kind of upset at ASUS, was because of that reason. There's just they weren't very transparent. They weren't very forthcoming with information as to why my under warranty motherboard, that's, I don't even know if it's a year old yet, why it failed. So I would really like to know that reason. If I find out why, I'll update it. But I guess let's, in the meantime, see what they sent me. And the other thing too is, honestly, ASUS, if you just repaired what was wrong with my motherboard, why my motherboard failed in the first place, and sent it back to me with that physical damage in the corner still, I wouldn't care. That's not a big deal to me, because I wouldn't see it in my motherboard anyway, or in my case anyway, because it's covered up. It's covered up with all sorts of stuff. I wouldn't see it. I don't care. Not a big deal. But anyway, here it is, bubble wrap. They packed it nice and good. Let's see. So here we go. Reported issue, preventative maintenance. I'm not doing an oil change here. It says, okay, original unit has been replaced with same or comparable model. Okay, well, cool, thanks. So I'm guessing that whatever was wrong with it, they could not fix it or whatever. Technical assessment. Following a thorough analysis, the necessary adjustments and corrections have been made to ensure optimal performance. Okay. What analysis, what adjustments? Okay. Final notes. Customer issue, crash. No. Customer issue was dead motherboard. Not crash. It didn't crash. It stopped working altogether. Like, it physically is not responsive. Anyway. When the motherboard was received, it could not be powered on. Wonder why. You won't tell me, will you? The technician found that the corners of the motherboard, corners, multiple, huh? Okay, well, that was not something that was stated to me either, were damaged and could not be repaired. CID unrepairable. Okay. So thankfully, okay, so they didn't charge me anything, which I don't know how they would have anyway, because I didn't give them any card information or anything like that anyhow. But that's, I guess, all I got in this documentation. So let's see what they sent back. A white label box. Nothing very fancy here. No, the other reason I picked this motherboard out of other motherboards was because this motherboard still had an optical out, which I use for my audio, because I have this hooked up to a stereo receiver, surround sound stereo receiver. So that's one of the main reasons I picked this motherboard, because that seems to be a dying feature on motherboards. So, let's open it up, I guess, and see. It's kind of weird that they give you an I/O shield for something that has a built-in I/O shield. So, I guess here we go. Static shielding bag. Again, ASUS, I'm really sorry if I offended you guys or you took it the wrong way, but I really, really didn't intend that. I don't want you to think that. I want to like your products. I want you to stand by your products. I want you to okay. So good news is we still got my SPDIF out, which is good. So this one must be like a reefer board or something like that, because it has a little bit of the plastic there. You know what? I should do a test on a different motherboard and just bash this one corner here, because look at that. There's really no circuitry or anything down here. I should do that. I should just test it. Just be like, ASUS, you guys. But anyway, here it is. My new motherboard, an X670EF Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, I don't, is this the same? Hold on. So yeah, it looks like it's the same board to me, so I guess we're okay there. But again, you spend $400 on a motherboard like this and it crashes on you, it dies on you. You know, you kind of expect the company to stand up and honor its own warranty on its own product. You know, it's like, it didn't fail because of something I did. And if it did fail because of something I did, I mean, I'll admit it. I'll claim it. I'll own it. But this time, for sure, no. Especially because if you're not going to tell me on this stupid sheet here, like, what actually crashed or what failed on it, like, yeah, you knew it didn't power on, but why? Okay, so we got our new board. Thank you, ASUS, for actually, like, making this right. I appreciate that. Like, that's huge. Hopefully that's kind of like your MO going forward, you know. I don't know. It was kind of a rough experience for my first RMA motherboard on something that was, again, I don't even think it was a year old when I bought this thing yet. So it was still really new to me. So yeah, so that's where we're at with this video, you guys. So I guess the next step is to take this bad boy, put it back in the case, and see if my CPU, my RAM, and all that stuff still works. If that don't work, then it's going to be a whole different ball game. So stay tuned to the channel for that. That's where we are. I just got this in the mail today. So yeah, thank you, ASUS, for at least making it right. I appreciate that. And yeah, stay tuned to the channel for the building of this. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for following this whole event. Wow.